Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, using the Gilded Tarot Royale by Ciro Marchetti, text by Barbara Moore. There's the box if you want to see it, and I know the website's here. I think it's at the bottom. If I could read it. Llewellyn, I think. Llewellyn.com. There's a couple other socials there if you're interested. Supportive Oracle cards. Spellcasting Oracle cards by Barbara, Flavia, and Lisbeth. There, you get their full names on there. That way, if you want to see how they're spelt. And then there's website for them, a couple websites actually. She Who Is Art is what pops out to me, but if anything else there, makes you interested, go ahead and go for it, of course. And finally, the dice I'm using, most of them come from the dice shop, I think. mathartfun.com, and then there's this Tom Anders. I have a 21-sided dice, which does omit the Fool, but that's what I use for the major arcana, and then I got a 14-sided dice for the minor arcana and a 4-sided dice for the element of the minor arcana. And there's the information if you want it. There's also this part. I almost forgot to show that. If that's something you're interested in, if you want to use that, go ahead and use that if you want to follow that down. All right. And with that being said, if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. This is James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again, and over to your reading. Hello, Libra. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Libra? Okay, so let's see what comes from this whole thing. I think it's going to go well for you, but I got to be honest, it's looking a little bit rough in places. Let's find out. And you got 2 face down cards. Why did they're there, so we're going to use them. The current situation, somebody's disappointed you. All right, so this is going to be, I don't know, I think it's going to go well at the end. We got to get there first. I mean, this is going to be one of those readings. But somebody has disappointed you. Somebody who you felt you could count on, or at least you thought more than not you could. They just kind of like shocked you that they did what they did. Now, this also feels like it's not just one incident. It feels like I'm looking back and I'm realizing they've been doing this the whole time. So I thought I could count on somebody. I thought I could believe in somebody, and now I'm finding out the truth about what they've been doing. For whatever reason, maybe you've been busy, maybe it didn't even occur to you that you needed to check up on certain things, and then when it did, and you looked, and you're like, oh wow, that's not good. This is somebody who you've probably spent a lot of time with, talking with, and you just really thought, okay, they understand. We worked with things, I had to work it out, and we sorted things out, and I thought things were fine. It seems like we had a very good connection at one point. And this is really kind of shocking me that this is going this way. Due to choices that they have made, there's a whole new section coming in. Things are changing, a whole new phase coming in. At first, I feel like it's not really something I want to see, but at the same time, it seems like something I really can't stop due to what's gone on. So it's due to the choices they've made, and things are playing out based on the choices they've made. So we got some face down cards here. Things change quickly. Whatever they've done, I do see, I don't see I see that you still seem to care about them. It's not like you can just turn off a switch on this one. It's kind of like what I thought was there really means something to me. I'm hoping not all of it was false. I don't want to let go. Maybe they just made some bad decisions. I feel like I'm struggling with it because I still care about them. You do seem to be very bonded with them still. But things are happening very fast here. Things are changing very fast. And they're the ones I keep getting, like, it's them who are making these things change very fast. They're the ones moving it forward. They're the ones making this happen. I don't know what is going on here. The Sun card, though, all right. This might lead to a better moment for you because I get that something else might take its place. Whatever's going on here, something is changing really quick. And I'm also getting, like, I've already talked to this a little bit, but I'm realizing that this person has not been telling me the truth or been putting false things in my way to derail me. And I wanted to believe that they were better than they actually were. I wanted to believe that. I really did. And now things are changing, and I feel like I just kind of have to struggle through it and just kind of... I feel like you are addressing it, and I feel like you're seeing it for what it is. I'm just like, I want to believe that some of this is good. I want to believe there's something salvageable here. I want to believe... And the more I try to, like, research and get deeper into it to find something to believe in, the more I'm finding that no. For this one, no. But we now have the Queen of Fire coming in with the Sun card. They seem to be helping you address this. And somebody else seems to be coming in to replace that energy. Maybe more than one person. There seems to be some ally energy here coming in, trying to support you through this change. And there's people trying to help this go better for you. There's options coming in for you. Now, as we keep going forward, whatever this change is for you, I feel like you have to make some long-term decisions based on what you're finding. Because again, it's kind of like they've made some bad decisions. I feel like that I'm researching deeper, trying to find something to believe in, actually finding why I shouldn't believe in this person. I'm really finding things that I'm like, I don't know how I missed this. I don't know why I didn't look before. Keep feeling that energy here. So I have to make long-term decisions. This should be fairly easy, but there might be energy around you that trying to direct you to fight this situation for some reason. Because I'm getting this Five of Wands. They're saying this doesn't need to happen. You don't have to go into conflict with this. Typically, Libra they're about justice. They're about truth. But they're also about diplomacy. I don't feel like Libra likes to fight. Libra likes to talk it out. Libra likes to work it out. Like, we don't need to be, angry about it, but we do need to work it out. I feel like Libra doesn't want to go to this negative conflict direction. Not that this is always negative, but I'm getting, for you, this is like, I don't want to do this conflict. I don't want to do this version of conflict. What they're saying for this situation, for whoever this is about, the advice for this to go better for you, take it with a grain of salt. I mean, it's a general read. They're saying leave it behind you and create what you want. Let other people do that fighting for you. If this is, for example, a divorce, just for argument's sake, let other people do the fighting for you. Don't talk to that person if you don't have to. Let other people do the fighting for you. Center on what you want. Create your energy. Let this go. Create your energy in the sense of, like, I have to accept what's going on here. Maybe get yourself a therapist if you need one. Work through it emotionally, privately, the way you need to, but don't give that person any more energy, not directly anyway. Let other people do the fighting, center on what you want, center on the healing aspect of this. The situation can move forward fairly quickly. I feel like we can let this go fairly quickly. I don't feel like this is a situation you're going to enjoy at this point anyway, so letting it go or moving on from it fairly quickly seems like it's more advantageous to you anyway. There's going to be a mystery left behind by doing it that way. If that's up to you whether that's acceptable or not, honestly. That's part of the letting go. That's why it's kind of like, it's almost like thinking back, like, I could get answers, I could find the answers, but the question is, does that change where I'm going next? Do those answers make me feel better, or do those answers make me feel worse? Is there a version of those answers that are going to make me feel better? The advice is to move on and move forward, to just let it be. Once you realize somebody has disappointed you, finding every different way that they disappointed you, I don't feel like it's necessary, but it's up to you. You have to decide what you think is right. It's more in the sense of, like, you already know that it's kind of like, if there was a redeeming quality, would that change anything? If you find more stuff bad, is that going to make you feel better either? It's one of those things. So they're just kind of saying you can let it go. You can disconnect from it. It's allowed. There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't seem like that's a bad thing at all. There will be some version of stress with this situation, whatever you're leaving behind. So that's why I think I said the therapist thing. If you don't like the therapist idea, I'm a fan of Paul McKenna, How to Mend Your Broken Heart. It doesn't have to be a romantic thing this is about. That book is geared towards romantic situations, but you can easily edit it towards personal things like business associates or whatever you got. You can even towards a situation if you want. Especially Libra, you can find a way to make it work. I highly recommend that book to help bring down that stress for you if you don't want to do the therapist thing. Because once you've made peace with it and removed it from your life, you're free to go on to other things. It is a process. It will be a process. It's going to take some time to get through it, no matter what version you take. But hopefully you take the version where, day by day, little by little, there's a little bit more healing so you can let go and move on and find your happiness again. I do feel like this reading is also highlighting if it's not dealt with in some respect and like deconstructed, it's either going to A, repeat with somebody else, or B, it's going to block you from moving forward because you're going to be gun shy. It's going to be hard to trust people. By deconstructing it, it'll help you be more aware of red flags and how you treated maybe some red flags were there, or maybe how to protect yourself in a different way so that way if somebody has these weird vibes or something just seems a little off, it doesn't get this far where they can pull the wool over your eyes that way. It's more about empowerment. Like there's people who do this stuff all the time. The best people get fooled every now and then. You know what I mean? It doesn't have anything to do with that. But it's like being empowered to like find a way to scope out these people before they get too close, to scope out these people before they create that damage. I don't think there's any reason to feel bad about it or feel ashamed about it because there's nothing to blame here for you. But it's just more in the way of empowerment, so where you can feel stronger, like I can go forward and get what I want. I don't have to feel like, okay, who's going to screw me over next? That type of thing. This one, this one feels kind of rough, but it's the way it came through. I'm definitely one of those people, I just read it as it's coming, so hopefully this is empowering. I feel like for the people that it's meant for, it'll make sense and you'll know what to do with it. This doesn't have to be a romance thing, by the way. I think you probably already realized this. This could be somebody you work with. This could be a member of your family. It could be a friend that you're going through this with. But they're like, whatever it is, I do feel like there's a level of emotional attachment. They're like, it has to be deconstructed because it is leaving some emotional damage behind. So if you don't deconstruct it, you don't have to, but it's going to cause damage in other places of your life. So they're just kind of like giving you a heads up about that. So hopefully this is empowering in that way. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.